the judges. It's all on you. Don't leave it to the judges. Don't leave it to the judges. Don't leave it to the judges. Podcast. Get out.
We're back here with another episode of Don't Leave It to the Judges podcast. I'm here with Patty Broken Skull. Patty.
Yeah, back on the horse, man, on the train, whatever they say. We're riding, and we're riding right to a Conor McGregor, Max Holloway 2. Not that I'm some asshole casual fan of this sport. I do appreciate something like this. If Conor McGregor came back and fought basically anybody else in the 55 division, I would be a little bit like, but he's going to 170 with Max Holloway, and it's scary, dude. It's scary. But also on top of that, we're coming off the Freedom 250 that just happened a couple weeks ago. We got the Manel Cop Horiguchi nonsense, and then we go to what was this? Was Fiziev versus Torres, and we're right back to where we were with the Paramount cards, where it's fucking kind of boring. It's kind of boring. There's not a $400,000 incentive, for a bonus. You just got guys kind of coming in there and doing their job. And that's what makes me excited for Holloway McGregor. Because obviously McGregor, blew the sport up. He made it huge. He brought in a lot of casuals. He brought in a lot of guys that were like Irish Americans that felt like they were connected to Conor somehow. Okay? And now he's going to come back. And he's been back before. Dustin Poirier being that, Donald Cerrone being that. And even those fights were not the Conor that we all remember. It wasn't the Mystic Mac. You know what I'm saying? I'm just wondering if this is going to... honestly, like I said to you off mic, is I worry about Conor in this fight because Max is a fucking different breed. He is not the Max that he fought whenever they first fought. This is a different animal. This is a guy that points to the floor with 10 seconds left against Justin Gaethje and fucking sleeps his ass. After going 5 rounds, a total war. Is that guy afraid of Conor? Is that guy going to have a problem with Conor? Is he going to fear getting hit by him? I don't think so. But the real question remains is, does this flip the script for Paramount and the UFC? Because what I think happened the last time that he was around was it gave people hope they would see him again. Is that what this is? You get Conor once every 4 years. Win, lose, or draw. People still continue to watch every event, hoping that maybe even Conor's just in the audience, like Theo Vaughn or some shit. I don't know. It's just in my head where it's like, this is such a big name that Max Holloway is about to make the biggest payday he has ever made. And Conor hasn't fought in, 5 years? Because no matter what happens in this fight, I think you and I could agree that I'd like to see him continue, keep fighting, come back, fight somebody else, win, lose, or draw against Max Holloway. I'd like to see you at 55 again. That division is so scary. I mean, he even talked about Ilia Topuria being a carbon copy of himself. He's got the same fucking tattoos, bro. And you're telling me that you can't go to 55 to fight that man? He's not a title holder anymore. Why not? The matchups are still there. A lot of the guys that were good when Conor was around are even better now. So seeing those matchups, a Conor versus Justin Gaethje would be scary. But for the belt, I don't think so. Do I want to see Dustin Poirier versus Conor again? Fuck no. Do I want to see Nate Diaz ever make a return to MMA? No. But would that look good on a card? Would that draw up some new fans and bring people out of the woods to be like, I'm going to fucking watch this whole event, just like we did with Freedom 250? Because that's what Conor is. He's an event. But the Paramount stuff is constantly slipping. Yes, this is International Fight Week, so you got a lot to lean on. But what about the Horiguchi Cop card? What about the Fiziev Torres card? These things they don't matter whatsoever. It's almost like no matter who wins in these fights, those fighters will still be fighting around the same type of fighter in their next matchup.
Yeah. And they'll take half these, probably 70% of the people from this card, they'll all fight on the exact same card in about 4 months from now. So
yeah. Yep. Just move some bodies around.
It's almost like when they go to a place like they went to, they have the same fighters. They have the hometown guys. It's almost like they're trying to just fuck the American fans. We don't give a shit they watch. We're going to have it on 9 in the morning. We'll try to bring in a few more fans from these foreign countries.
Yeah. But do they? I mean, how many channels could they possibly have when they just got electricity? Well, anyways, let's talk about this fucking card, man.
All right.
I mean, let's see. What do you want to start with?
Well, do you want to talk about any of what the card that just took place?
Yeah, this Fiziev Torres.
Yeah, the only thing I really cared about was, dude, sure, bullet, Magomedov, he took a Superman punch basically right at the start of the fucking fight, went right down, and I was like, holy shit. I did not get this one wrong. Come on now. But he weathered the storm. That showed me a lot, man. That showed me a lot. He weathered that storm, and he ended up winning the fight.
Well, to me, it also felt like the first time that Michel Ferreira was actually coming to fight.
Yeah,
he wasn't afraid. He was going in there to try to beat this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, so many of these other matchups, it's like he's just existing, doing his job. It's annoying, but
yeah, I wonder maybe he thinks, hey, this might be the end of my contract. Maybe I better go in there and show what I can do.
I will say I like that Daniil Danchenko from The Ultimate Fighter. The kid's showing a lot of promise, man, but they take so long getting these guys big fights, big names, worthy opponents. And that's fine because that sometimes can help the fighter get better, but it's like, what is this? There's no way he's not 30. You know what I mean? How many years does he have left?
Yeah, he's a big pressure guy, man. He had lots of pressure on his opponent in that fight. And Herb Dean let the other guy get beat up big time before he stopped that fight. Herb Dean's becoming known for letting people get their ass beat all of a sudden.
Yeah. I mean, when you've been doing nothing but refereeing for this long, at some point you got to do it just for you. A little bit of excitement. What about this Nursultan, Ruzabayov? I mean, that was pretty impressive. 358 submission. 8 seconds for Abdul Rahman.
Oh,
8
yeah.
second KO.
Man, what do you do with Julius Walker now? I mean,
Who?
yeah, exactly. Fuck. How fast? I want to see how quick that was. I gotta look that up. 8 seconds? Jesus Christ, man.
The thing that I liked about it, too, was it was as clean as it gets. There was no, hey, it was too early. He could have kept fighting. Nah, bro, your whole body went limp. You went limp hard. I will say Rafael Fiziev. Surprise. He still got it. But I'm also thinking that maybe this isn't the division for him. Because once he gets up there and he's fighting all those big names again, it just doesn't go his way.
Yeah.
They're harder opponents. I'm thinking of 45 because he's also a little bit undersized. He's a little small for 55. Could he get to 145? Because he's pretty shredded as it is. I don't know.
So
But
I like Torres, but he just came in here doing nothing but headhunting. You gotta mix it up, dude.
yeah, I think that's why Fiziev was able to capitalize because he just noticed it. And that's that veteran shit. I've been in here so much. I know what you're doing, bro. I'm coming for you now. What was it, a spinning head kick or some shit? Hit him on his glove. Still sat his ass down.
Leg kick. Yeah, dropped him. And he jumped on him, too. He didn't give him any time to... Man was trying to recover. He's like, nope. Jumped on top of him and just kept hitting him till, it was done.
Yeah, and Avis Magomedov versus Olecheshcheg or whatever, the Polish guy. Submission pretty quickly. And who'd he call out?
I don't know.
Israel Adesanya.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not mad at it.
No.
He even said himself, he's like, we're kind of both right here now. Before you were way above me and I'm just working my way up. Now we're sort of in the same playing field. Let's play ball. I like it.
Oh, I'm going to tell you who impressed me was Almabayev when he fought Charles Johnson. He bent that man into a pretzel.
Yeah.
I've had enough of Charles Johnson. The guy, now he's 19-10. Just because he had that fluke win over Joshua Van. When Joshua Van beat him up, he tired himself beating him up. In round 3, Johnson just put him away because the man was wore out. And ever since then, it's like they're trying to throw him in to try to get him back up to Joshua Van again. And he gets knocked down along the way. And they'll stick him in another fight. But this Man, he got taken down at round 3. He got bent like a pretzel. I don't even know. Oh, let's see what ESPN called that submission. Jeez, that was wild.
He wasn't expecting it, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Salah
Wasn't
stretch.
expecting that.
Wow.
But again, that's a top prospect that beat him. I mean, Azu's he's a tough kid. He deserves to get past these guys and maybe get the fight against Joshua Van over somebody like Charles, because
for sure.
Storyline doesn't matter that much. You know what I mean? It matters a little, but not as much as they want it to. It's nice when it exists naturally.
Yeah.
You know, like the guys actually genuinely hate each other because of outside sources or whatever. But when they try to fabricate it and force it, people stop caring real quick.
All right. The next card, UFC 329, starts off as Alexandra Costa versus Cody Durden. And why do we keep seeing Cody Durden, man? It's like they just keep him around when they don't have a fight. They always got him on the back burner. Well, we know he'll take the fight. Fucking call him up. But Costa 16-5. He has been knocked out 3 times. He's won his last 2 fights. He knocked out Matt Snell in the first round of his last fight. It was supposed to be Ode Osborne in this fight, but I thought that'd be a better matchup for Durden than Costa. But we'll see. Durden, he beat Jeffel Filo in his last fight, but he still lost 6 of his last 8 fights. I think Costa's better in all areas.
Yeah, like you said, I think you're right about Durden. He's just always at the apex. Like, can you fight at 135? He's like, yeah, sure.
Hanging around.
Just one effort. He's Sean Shelby's on the phone trying to get a hold of somebody to take a fight, and Durden just comes around the corner. Hey, what's up? You want to take this fight? Absolutely. Which again, you gotta like that. Somebody that's willing to do that shit, even though he's not successful. It's like he's willing to get in there. I'll tell you this much: this next fight, Zachary Reese versus Ryan Gondra. They had Zachary Reese in the embedded.
Okay.
He's the second fight in the early prelims. You know what he proceeded to say, too? Is Conor McGregor is like his favorite fighter.
Oh, really?
Inspired him to become a fighter. And you're like, what? It's not working. Not working, dude. I mean, who's the guys that he's lost to? Not good people.
No, he doesn't have much power either.
He's a long guy.
His last fight, he fought Michel Pereira and lost by split decision, but I thought he should have won that fight. But, you don't leave it to the judges.
Absolutely. Hey, you know what his nickname is?
I think
Savage.
Gondra knocks him out.
Come on, you can't call yourself Savage and then not fight like a savage at all. Who the fuck is Ryan Gondra?
He's gonna knock him out. I think he's gonna knock out Zachary Reese. We saw him on a Contender Series. He knocked out Trent Miller in the first round. Made his UFC debut. He knocked out Jose Medina in the first round. But yeah, I think he's gonna knock out Zachary Reese. And if he does knock him out, stick him back in here quickly. Don't have us a guy we see every fucking 6 months.
Well, it's just like that guy in the last card, Abdul Rahman. 8-second knockout. He needs to work again. He didn't get hit, bro.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for him not to take another fight. Lickety split. Why is this 15-0 guy?
All right, so this was supposed to be Farhad Basharat versus Ethan Ewing. Ethan Ewing got hurt. And then all week long, I'm waiting to see who's going to take Ethan Ewing's place, which would have been a great fight, them two. But finally, just a couple of days ago, they throw in this John Garza. This guy's only 23, 6-1. And the one loss was he got knocked out to a guy that's 4-2. Most of the guys he's fought, even records. I don't think it's fair for this kid to be in this position. I think he gets beat up bad here. So I wouldn't have any problems if the athletic director stepped in, or the commissioner, the athletic commission stepped in and said, we got a guy that's like 6-0 in the UFC versus a guy that's got 7 fights. This ain't right, man. This kid's only 23 and he's gonna get destroyed. We shouldn't put him in a position where he could get killed.
Well, that's why we have the saying, feed him to the wolves. You're going to learn today, little guy.
Yeah. Well,
or he's going to come in and fucking give him his first loss.
Yeah. Well, this guy, like, dies in the octagon someone's gonna look back on this podcast and be like, "God damn, the samurai knew what the fuck he was talking about."
Damn straight.
All those Korean bots, they'll fucking train however they're listening to our podcast for. They'll get some good info. All right. So yeah, what do you think, Basharat? I think Basharat's gonna kill this guy. Oh,
yeah, I like it. I would imagine so. I think he's probably pretty upset that he's this low on the card.
I was looking forward to the Ethan Ewing fight. Ethan Ewing grew on me, man.
I mean, I don't think that Ewing would have necessarily won the fight per se, but I think he would have put on a goddamn show. He would have been going to.
For sure. All right, Damian Penis versus Cesar Almeida. All right, Penis is 24, 9-1, all finishes, 8 knockouts, 1 submission. He's gonna have a 5.5-inch reach advantage. He's won his last 5 fights. He made his UFC debut in his last fight, destroyed Wes Schultz. But I mean, Wes Schultz is not that great. Every time Schultz went for a takedown, Penis hit him with the uppercut. Almeida, he's 38 years old. He's 7-2, 5 knockout wins. This is good. This should be a stand-up battle. So, Almeida is 3-2 in the UFC. Stand-up's been pretty decent, but I don't know, man. It's going to be a close one. I think I'm going to lean. I'll give it to Penis. Fuck it.
Well, I like Caesar simply because he looks like a guy that would have been good in Pride. You know what I mean? All those years ago. He kind of fights like that. Doesn't really put his head down. Kind of comes forward the whole time. But yeah, I think it's the youth is going to play a huge factor in this fight.
Yeah, and that was a reach advantage I meant to talk about earlier, not a height. If I had said height, anyway, whatever. Tracy Cortez, Wang Kong, Cortez 12-3. She's lost 2 of her last 3 fights. Erin Blanchfield choked her out in her last fight. Wang is 9-1. She's won her last 3 fights. Her only loss was to Gabrielle Fernandez. She has not fought the same competition level as Cortez, so of course it's going to go to a decision.
Didn't Kong just get a knockout? No, decision.
So it's a tough one. I'll go to a decision. Maybe Cortez beats her. I don't know. She's almost turning into Michelle Waterson. She looks good throwing punches and stuff, but they don't do any damage anyway. So,
but she's on a McGregor card, so more exposure for her Instagram.
There you go. That's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
Luke Riley, Kaya Kamaka III. Riley's only 26. So 13-0, 9 knockout wins. We saw him. He put away Bogdan Grad. He knocked him out in his UFC debut. And in his last fight, he had a decision win over Michael Aswell. Kaya III, he's 18-7. 14 of his 18 wins were by decision. This is his second stint in the UFC. He's a points counter fighter. Raleigh, man, he needs to beat this guy because there's no point in Kamak getting a finish or getting a win. There's no point in it.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd they bring a guy back that's 18-7 anyway?
He's friends with Dan Hooker. That's my only guess.
Cody Garbrandt, Adrian Yanez.
This fight right here, buddy, is something that I would have. Adrian Yanez, Cody Garbrandt could have fought 10 years ago before Cody was ever champion, and it would have told us so much about both guys then. I think this is one of the more underestimated fights on this card. I'll say it right now. Because both these guys like to throw hands, they throw fucking bombs, they're trying to knock each other out. And like I said, 10 years ago the records would have been a lot different. You know what I mean, than a 15-7 and 17-6.
Yeah. I mean, Garbrandt, other than those like 4 losses in a row or whatever, I mean, he's been great. So
yeah,
maybe I'm thinking he pieces up Yanez a little bit on the feet.
It's just crazy to actually see. Cody Garbrandt is a prime example of what happens when you do lose and how it can affect you, how you start fighting different. Because, bro, the way that he fought Dominic Cruz was like nothing I'd ever seen before. TJ Dillashaw fights, just a magician with his hands, so fearless, was playing with you almost. And then after those losses, you're like, I mean, he's still good. He's still got that in him. You see sparks of it, but it's not that constant flow state that he was in before. And I miss that because you really had a star here in this division that they threw away because of a guy. Well, I mean, let's be honest. Cody Garbrandt beat up a Dillashaw that was on PEDs. That's huge. You're beating a guy who's, got the universal soldier drug in him, and you're just a regular guy winning. You need to give this man more credit.
All right, Gable Steveson versus Elisha Ellison. So this Steveson, is it Steveson or Stevenson? I got it written down two different ways.
It almost sounds fake, doesn't it?
Oh, we thought
Gable Steveson.
It is Steveson. God damn, no one.
Yeah.
I always thought it was Stevenson. Anyway, he's 3-0. He's people are calling him like the Black Brock Lesnar and shit because he's a Olympic gold medalist 2020 Summer Olympics in wrestling. He's got 3 KO wins, but he takes everybody down to the ground and pounds them out. But he's fighting this Ellison guy. He's been terrible.
Hey, I need to correct myself. TJ Dillashaw beat Cody Garbrandt.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was the other way around. I thought those fights went Garbrandt's way, but no, he got beat by TJ Dillashaw, who was on PEDs twice. All right.
There's
Makes
really
more
no problem taking this guy. Now, Ellison, he's 5-2, 4 KO, 1 sub wins, but he made his UFC debut in his last fight, got knocked out in the first round against that Brando Purick guy. I mean, yeah, this is a give me fight for Steveson, and I mean, I don't know. This is like a young version of DC, basically.
Yeah. I hope he's got knockout power and he's not afraid to throw his hands, though. He's fighting a guy named Alicia. He should be fine.
I had trouble saying that too because I didn't want to say it like Alicia and like insult the guy. All right.
Come find me, Alicia.
Krylov versus Robert Whittaker. Krylov, I don't even know what to think about this guy because sometimes he comes in, he shows lots of power, then sometimes he can't hit anything. But he's 31-11, 13 KO, 16 sub wins. I'm going to go over his losses. 3 KO losses, 6 submission losses. So 9 losses. He was finished in nine fights. But anyway, he's going to have a 3-inch height, 4-inch reach advantage. He got knocked out by Modestas Bukauskas in his last fight. Whittaker, 26-9, 10 KO, 5 sub wins. He's been finished 5 times. He's lost his last 2 fights, but I mean they were against Cam Zat by submission, and then he did have a split decision against Renier de Ritter, and that was almost a year ago. So Krylov's a power puncher. Whittaker's more of a counter guy, technical. I think Whittaker's gonna have the speed advantage. I think he's gonna be able to avoid everything Krylov throws at him. And I think he's going to hit him with, less powerful shots, but he's going to hit him 3 times every time he gets hit. And Whittaker wins by decision, maybe even knockout.
Can I tell you what pisses me off about this, though?
What's that?
Sean Strickland and Robert Whittaker have never fought. That should have happened. After they both lost to Dricus du Plessis, they should have fucking been in their fight. I think it's because Sean won't fucking fight him.
Maybe.
I think Sean's afraid of Robert Whittaker. Bobby Knuckles would fucking crush that man. With your fucking Philly shell and shit, you think you're going to beat Robert Whittaker? Stop. I feel bad for Robert being this far down on the card, though. That's tough. I think I don't know if you said this word for word, but I think he just runs through this Krylov guy.
Yeah. Just, basically, I mean, I think he's going to have the speed advantage. Everything Krylov throws, he's slow and throws hard. Whittaker's moving out of the way. He's going to hit him 3-4 times every punch that the guy even throws.
He's almost got like a karate style, but he's got so much. He's so quick for as thick as he is. Robert Whittaker's a thick dude for the weight class. He's short, thick, but everything comes with lightning speed. Combinations, really. King Green versus Terrence McKinney.
This fight should only last a few seconds. It really, McKinney comes in swinging for the fences. Green, he comes in with his hands down, like looking to make someone swing for the fences so he can hit him back. So, I mean, McKinney's either going to catch Green with his hands down, and if he misses, Green's gonna beat him up because McKinney gets knocked out pretty quickly too. So
Yeah.
that's one thing I like about Terrence McKinney fights. They're over quickly, no matter what happens.
No matter what. And something that I found interesting is during the embedded shit was King Green was talking about how him and Terrence McKinney were boys. And he's like, I didn't think he would take the fight. I didn't expect him to take the fight. But since he took the fight, show him something. But here's the thing. Bobby Green's too worried about buying new necklaces instead of, you know what I mean? Like, if Terrence is out here, because he was at some 4th of July thing with his family and stuff in the embedded. King Green's at the jewelry store by himself getting a new shiny necklace. He's like, I got to get a new one for the... No, you don't. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. And if that's what you think matters and was going to help you be a good fighter, man, you got some... I mean, it's like a fucking baseball player wearing the same socks every game. Is that some sort of superstition? You're going to fucking eat your victory meal before the fight happens like Taporia and get your fucking ass beat up? Because Terrence, you're right about that. The way that these two fight is so vastly different that there is that possibility of somebody doing the Chris Weidman, Anderson Silva situation. Bobby's fucking got his hands down, moving his head and shit.
Yeah.
It just keeps coming forward. He clips him. I'd like to see that more than King Green win another fight. Not that I don't like him, but it's like, go away.
Yeah. I mean, neither one of these guys is going anywhere. I mean, they're not. They're at their ceiling almost.
I like it. Yeah.
I mean, Green can go up maybe a little higher, but he gets beat up when he gets there. Everybody knows his style.
Yeah.
Just don't get frustrated with him. But I think McKinney. I tell you what, I have seen McKinney throw. I just come to my mind. It depends on how McKinney plays this. Because he's got the ability to come in, instead of throwing hands, run at Green and hit him with a flying knee. While he's got them fucking hands down, he's liable to put his ass away immediately.
Yeah. Risk versus reward,
They're going swinging all crazy. With the guy's got his hands down. You want to? I understand why you want to swing crazy to fucking hit him, motherfucker in there. It's like an insult. He's got his hands to his side. You want to fuck him up.
You're not taking me serious.
And bust you up. So anyway, Brandon Royville, Loner Kavanaugh. Royville 17-9. He's lost his last 2 fights. He was knocked out by Manel Kopp in his last fight, but he's always at the top of the card facing like top tier competition. Kavanaugh is only 27. He's 10-1. He's coming off a decision win in his last fight against Brandon Moreno. That was a very impressive win, but I just don't see it, man. I mean, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe this is a new young up and comer, but he's not. I haven't seen him do anything impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, he beat Brandon Moreno, but the boring decision. Most of his fights are decision. I don't know. I'd like to see if he's gonna stay at the top tier in the flyweight division. Fucking do something exciting. Knock somebody out. Knock Brandon Royville out. Show me what you got. But I think Royville beats him.
I would have switched this fight with Whitaker Krylov.
Oh yeah, I definitely see that. Corey Sandhagen, Mario Batista. Sandhagen, this is a rematch from 2019 where Sandhagen won by armbar in the first round after a big flying knee and a takedown. But that was back when Sandhagen, he was hitting flying knees on everybody. He hit that one guy right. Was it
Frankie Edgar?
Yeah, Frankie Edgar hit him right in the forehead.
Yeah.
But that was Batista's UFC debut. So I've been a little disappointed in Batista's career. He's got nice wins. He just can't get over the hump to be a champ. He's 17-3. He's won 9 of his last 10 fights. I think he's coming back to right this wrong on Corey Sandhagen. And Sandhagen, his career, dude, he was fucking up everybody, and then he just kind of, just went down the wayside.
Mm-hmm. So much promise.
And these next 2 fights, we'll just talk about them. I mean, I didn't write anything down. Benoit Saint-Denis Paddy Pimblett. I mean, the UFC, they seem to just love this Paddy Pimblett guy. I don't know, but wow. I'm curious about your thoughts on the.
I can't believe they put him on this card.
Oh, you think they should have separated him
Hell yeah,
from
because
McGregor?
now
I got you.
it's like if Ian Gary was the fucking third fight.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You're making it too much like you want him to be Conor McGregor.
Now, if they were in Ireland or something,
oh shit, yeah, he would have been on
England
the
or
card for
somewhere.
sure. But it just feels kind of gross to me. It's obvious that Paddy comes from that place. He's got a lot of fans as well. He's sort of taken the throne that Conor left behind in the Irish fans' minds, not MMA fans, but Irish fans, because they really started to hate Conor after he punched that dude at the bar. All the allegations with the women, the cocaine, whatever the fuck. The Irish people really disowned him. So when you think back of Conor's height, he himself had said the shit about the nation of Ireland being behind him. It's not that way anymore. But you put them on the same card, you're basically saying, well, Conor's still here, Paddy. So it doesn't really matter that much who you think you are or the fans that you have. They're coming to watch Conor again. And that's it. And really, whether that's true or not, the reality is it is the casuals that are the biggest that'll show up the most. Because they're like, oh, Conor McGregor here. And it's like, buddy, I hope you're not leaning on the fact that he's going to come in here and beat Max Holloway's ass. Just like Paddy. Are we supposed to sit here and believe that for some reason he's going to come in here and beat the shit out of Benoit Saint-Denis when he just lost to Justin Gaethje?
Yeah, Benoit Saint-Denis is a dangerous man.
So scary, dude. He's scarier when he doesn't talk, but when he does talk, you're also like, oh, he's got a thick, nasty accent. He is a guy that, hold your hair when he cuts your throat. Yeah, Paddy's in trouble. I think we saw a lot. Him versus Justin was the first time that I had brought up the fact that you have to beat the fuck out of Justin to win. And that's similar to Benoit Saint-Denis. He's not going down without a fight. And whatever you're going to bring, you got to do it quick. So Paddy's trying to get in and out of this shit. He's going to have to take him down, stay on top of him, snake his ass as quick as he can to survive. Because after that, I think Benoit just hurts him. And that's just shortening Paddy's career and ability to be the new Conor McGregor, if you will.
If you look who the UFC has put Pimblett against, most of these guys were like guys that, all right, Jordan Levitt, okay, that guy's been average lately, and then all the next three fights were like veterans. Mm-hmm. Well, the next four, Jared Gordon, he's up there in age. Tony Ferguson, I mean, come on, King Green, and Michael Chandler, right? Guys way up there. Then he did lose that last fight against Gaethje, but. Yeah, Benoit Saint-Denis, he got them two losses, Poirier and then Moicano, where he just, I don't know, he got into that Moicano, he had that cut and all that, but he's been dangerous as shit. He is a dangerous guy. I don't see him getting into a firefight with Pimblett. I don't know, is Pimblett going to try to take, I don't see how he stops him from coming at him. Pimblett's going to just take this slow, move away, circle away, try to get in a couple jabs. I don't see it, man. I don't fucking see it.
What's even crazier about this Paddy Pimblett is his first fight in the UFC was against Luigi Vendarami, and I have not seen that guy fight in the UFC since. And he was also nasty.
Yeah.
He was putting it on Paddy. He was fucking him up for a little bit. Was he not? I mean, we were all there. We all thought he was hurting that man. Making him look bad.
Yeah, the same thing with Jared Gordon. He should have fucking lost to that guy. And that guy ain't shit.
Yeah, it says that he competed in the Ultimate Fighting Championships, so he's obviously not a UFC fighter anymore. No. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah. Yep.
Anyways, that's what I think about when I look at Paddy. I'm like, oh yeah, you fucking almost fucked up twice.
Yeah, that definitely. He lost to fucking Jared Gordon. I don't care what the fucking decision was.
I mean, the Luigi fight, what did he come back with a submission or something? She ended up tapping him out or whatever. But still, that kid was putting it on Paddy. He was not afraid of him. He was hurting him. He was in his face. Paddy was doing his best to survive, and we got to see that. That's kind of what you want to see from a guy who's first time in the UFC is somebody actually challenge him, not him walk through the guy. Because whether or not he walks through him, you didn't learn anything about the guy. So then the next guy that fights him is just as confused as the fucking first guy. There's not enough tape, man. He's been in here for 12 seconds.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor, Max Holloway.
This is a tough one, man. You talked about it at the beginning of the show, kind of. I just think, I don't know, Max Holloway throws it so much volume, and McGregor hasn't been fighting in so long. Yeah. It's hard for me to picture McGregor. I don't know. I think Holloway's going to be all over him.
I love the confidence McGregor still has. I love that that's back in him, that fire. He wants to fight. Otherwise, why take a fight against Max Holloway? Guaranteed this man had the pick of whoever he wanted. He probably had the choice of weight class, division, location, and what fucking fight card. You know, is it a pay-per-view sort of or a fight night? Well, Conor McGregor isn't doing that. He's going to do the pay-per-view style, right? Even though that doesn't exist anymore and you ain't going to get those points, this will probably have more views than Freedom 250. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Because that's just what it feels like. It feels like it's the return of the king. It's the return of the king. Okay, this is a guy that probably doubled UFC viewership when he came along. Right after the Jose Aldo thing, I swear to God, they were doing more press conferences for Conor McGregor fights than any other fights in UFC history. I mean, what'd you get? John Jones versus DC, where they fought on the fucking thing. He mushed his face and shit. That's it. McGregor was sitting there with his little man bun in a fucking vest and shit, talking shit to Dustin Poirier, who was 130 pounds back then. You know what I'm saying? Just they were letting that motherfucker go off. He would have a mic while everybody else was just kind of standing there. That's what Conor brought that was so different, and it made me hate him. Okay? But then when he goes and does what he did to Jose Aldo and predicted what he was going to do, and then the Eddie Alvarez, the dude was mashing everybody he fought until Khabib came along. Okay? You could argue Nate Diaz for that second. Okay, fine. McGregor, I want your ass. You're taking everything I work for. No, he's not. You were never even close to that level, Nate. Never. You were never the top guy. Dana White was never fucking taking you out on the yacht, buying you a car, giving you pay-per-view points. Wasn't happening. You got that because Conor let you have that. And you squandered most of it, right? Two of three? You lost 2 of 3? Or did they do 3 or only 2?
I think they only...
Nonetheless, it's 1-1. Point is Conor McGregor is still highly sought after in the MMA game, specifically the UFC. They don't give a fuck about bringing Nate Diaz back.
No, hell no.
They would have done that already. So anybody that wants to argue, I'll see in the comments. My point is McGregor is coming up after this long off against Max Holloway. Was that a stipulation from the UFC, or is this something Conor chose?
I don't know. I'm sure he probably had his pick of people. I thought he was going to end up fighting Michael Chandler, which I almost rather see because I think he'd had more of a chance with Michael Chandler. It'd be nice if he came back and knocked out Michael Chandler. I'd be more excited for his next fight.
Yeah, I would have leaned heavy on McGregor against Chandler. This fight, even though Holloway lost against
Oliveira.
Yeah, and Topuria, this is still a different version of Max than who Conor saw those years ago. This isn't a guy going for takedowns. This isn't a guy running from your punches. He's going to stand in front of you the entire time. He's going to come forward the entire time. Conor's got that long karate style, fighting from a distance type shit that he does. That blitz style, that MVP, right? Max Holloway has the best head movement of anybody in MMA history. He is the best boxer, hands down. Show me somebody else. You could show me somebody who was an actual boxer, and I'd bet you Max Holloway's got better hands, technically. Especially now, all these years, dude, all the people he's fought, the amount of times he's fought the best guy, this is nothing to Max. This is everything to Conor. If he doesn't show out against Max, what was it all for? Everybody is already doubting you, except for the casuals that are just like, Conor McGregor, right? We've seen you broke your foot, you lost to Dustin, Nate Diaz choked you out, Khabib manhand. There's so many of these. That's what we saw. That's what we know. We were there. We watched. Even when he returned against Cerrone, it was fucking lame. It was the lamest way to win. A shoulder to the nose, like that. You know what I mean? Like, is that what we're gonna see again? An in close shoulder finish? I don't want to see that. I want to see this fight go 5 rounds. and Max point to the center again like Justin Gaethje and see if you want to meet him there. Because unlike Justin, I don't think Conor wants to meet him there. I think he's going to tire his ass out, and Max doesn't get tired. You've never seen Max Holloway tired, ever. Not one time. Even when he's sleeping on the canvas, he's not tired. Wake his ass up, he'll go again, right? I just think that this is not the Conor we remember, and it's certainly not the Max. This is a dangerous Max Holloway. I don't care about the Topuria win. I don't care about the Oliveira win. Max Holloway beating Korean Zombie the way that he did, Max Holloway beating Justin Gaethje the way that he did, scares me more than seeing a fucking gun. You know what I mean? That's danger right there. Max Holloway. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. You know, I'm more excited for this than most of the cards that have happened, just because of the implication of these guys of meeting before. It didn't look good on Conor's record, you know, having Max Holloway that early in his career. Max Holloway being at 55 the way that he has, you know, coming from 45. You would almost assume that it'd make more sense to be at 55, but Conor wanting to go to 170 is huge for that division because they don't have anything. There's nothing at 170 where you're like, fucking, that's the guy. It's like, this is the most boring division outside of the heavyweight division and most of the female shit. You know, the heavyweights are fucking sitting down fighting rather than actually getting after it. But yeah, man.
I mean, what's even going on in the heavyweight division that's worth talking about? There's really nothing. Walter Walker doing a leg lock to people. I mean, that's about it.
That's about it. Just like that's about it with this episode, guys.
I'm sure the Stevenson guy, they're going to try to hype up and be like, oh my God, he knocked that guy out. The guy that always got knocked out in his last fight. Yeah. Dude, you know what they were probably hoping to bring in Austin Lane, but Austin Lane retired. Bring in Austin Lane. Yeah, he fucking retired. They didn't just release him. Bring in Austin Lane, have this guy knock him out, and just, oh my fucking Lord, we can't believe what just happened. Holy shit, it showed their reaction and stuff. It's fucking insane. I hate when they show the announcer's reaction to what the fuck's happening in a fight.
It's like we're supposed to believe that they're the biggest fans or something. Anyways, w.gg, promo code judges, get 10% off energy drink in a packet. Still summertime, man. Still convenient to have that energy drink in a packet. You throw it in some water, throw it in some juice, whatever you got to do to get through the day. Instead of going to that dingy gas station that terrifies you. And you can also support the show. Check us out on YouTube at Judges MMA. Find full episodes over there. We are on Twitter or X and Instagram. Don't leave it to the Judges Pod. Find my comedy critique stuff at Crawlspace YouTube. Okay, Crawlspace YT. All right, I changed the name. Check that out. Just put out a funny Joe Rogan clip, which is very rare because he's never funny. Check out the music at Tectonic Cult, wherever you find stuff. You know the places. It's weird to have to say it every time. All right, let's get out of here, brother.